Tanzanians, so tribalism is something that is common throughout Africa, and so it's kind of like you're loyal to your tribe first, and then like your cousin tribes, and then sometimes there is animosity or like conflict between rivaling tribes, either politically or other things. In Tanzania, though, there's over 100, and one of their presidents in the past kind of united all the tribes and like forced everyone to speak Swahili, which was some people didn't like, but now the nation is very unified and like the people are extremely nice and accepting of everybody. And so, as I mentioned, the Swahili or the Tanzanian people, they don't speak English and they really only speak Swahili very well, or they speak that very well. And so that's one of the, I guess, communication barriers that when you're talking to a Tanzanian, you'll have to overcome. But there's not any conflict as far as, I guess, for their culture as tribalism or other things that you see in a lot of other African nations. So the people are extremely nice. They cook well. These are just like things that missionaries, it's like the stereotypical characteristics of what we love about the Tanzanian people. Very nice. They cook well. There's a lot of Arabic influences, and so especially in Dar es Salaam. And so even if they are Christian, a lot of the time they won't wear like the full Arab or Islamic get up for like the women or anything, but they will wear very modest clothes. The men typically are seen kind of as, there is definitely like men are viewed higher in society than women. Polygamy is very common in both countries, where a man will have more than one wife, and it's not kind of viewed as strange. So like when you tell the history of the church, and you're like, oh yeah, there was polygamy a few years, or like, several, or like 50 years or 100 years ago, they're like, oh, same with me, my grandpa was a polygamist. And so that does kind of present some issues as far as like doing baptismal interviews and other things, but you'll learn the procedures and it's not difficult at all. They just have to have an interview with the mission president, or usually through the phone, to like fix that. But yeah, so as far as that, Tanzanians are known for being extremely kind. They'll never tell you no, which is kind of annoying at times. You'll be like, are you going to come to church? And they'll be like, yes, save me a seat. I will be there. And you get that seat polished and it'll probably be empty. But they are very accepting of the gospel. I cannot complain as far as, yeah, you get a lot of empty promises, but the people are extremely ready for the gospel. The Tanzanian people have been prepared. I remember when Elder Holland came and he did a training with some of the leadership of the mission. He said that it's Africa's time, and I truly do believe that. You'll see when you go, or if you have the opportunity to go, that the African people in general are prepared, and you'll be able to see that as you work with them. They are extremely spiritual people. Sometimes have some commitment issues, but love them to death for sure. So that's kind of the typical Tanzanian. They're known for just being nice